Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah,
Good times on Great
huge
Portland
Jackman.
Street.
And let me kiss you.
It was not the shoes, I blame the stage. Anti-slip stage still fell over. There's fireworks about to go off, it's all nice and, you know, sentimental. Then here's me weighing on down this ramp, just literally just, whoop, just fell straight over, feet above my head, cracked my head on the floor, cut my elbow open.
Hi, I'm Zane Lowe at Radio 1's Big Weekend. I did watch the One Direction show today, yes. I was out in the crowd with my family and we watched the boys go on and perform, and I have to say, you know, I was swept up by the excitement of it. You know, when you see those five guys walk on that stage with that canon of songs that have been so immaculately crafted by some of the biggest songwriters in the world, you know, you can see why the excitement is there, and why people love that band so much. You know, they are the band that was needed for that type of music right now. They are the peak. They're going to cap it. And I think every generation needs one of those, and whether it's Take That or New Edition, you know, Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, you know, One Direction, those bands exist for a reason. And I think it was really cool to talk to Chris about One Direction, because, you know, Coldplay can relate. You know, those kind of bands, those kind of artists, they're so huge.
Chris Martin from Coldplay recently said to Zane Lowe on Radio 1 that you were brilliant and that he wasn't even kidding. How do you react to that?
Do you know what?
That's unbelievable.
It's the best thing ever. Like, for us, like, from the start, we've always been a little bit ridiculed because of being on X Factor, and people like, oh, it's the easy route to go, whatever, da 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 da. And then because of some of the, you know, the songs we've released have been, you know, like, on the poppy side of things. So it's like we do get a little bit of stick from certain music groups or whatever, like, oh, they're not cool or whatever. But to have somebody who is literally one of the coolest men in music confirm for you that no, these boys are all right. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's for us is like huge admiration. Like, thank you so much for that.
And Harry, did he give you some advice about like being in a band, sticking together? Can you remember what he said?
No.
Oh, he did apparently.
You did?
Yeah. Were you having a dream? On a train?
Did you get shot? He shot you with a comment.
I don't really hear what he says, I just look at him.
Yeah, I know what you mean. When do you feel most happy?
On stage.
Yeah.
I love it.
I feel really happy on stage. On stage and in bed are a par.
Yeah, yeah.
On stage, and just as you come off stage as well, like that.
Yeah.
When you're like pumped up with
when it's gone well
adrenaline.
and you just like, you haven't fallen over.
Yeah, it is on stage, but then I mean it's not really, obviously.
When you've had a
feeling.
sick gig and you come off and you're like, that was a sick gig, and you just pump it. So did I interrupt you?
Down my throat
Sorry,
there,
bro.
Zane is so beautiful.
You don't know you're beautiful.
I am Zayn Malik from One Direction, and you are watching Radio 1's Big Weekend.
Okay. You've signed a 5-album deal, and Midnight Memories was the fastest-selling single of last year. How is the new album going to be different?
The new album was almost literally written solely by us. There's like 1 or 2 songs in there that haven't been written by us.
Right.
So this one's actually like, I feel like we've sat around a lot in studios and seen how people do stuff now, and we're kind of getting to the means of it. And like the last couple albums, we wrote like a couple songs on there. So now we've kind of written the songs that we want to write. It's a lot more older, and to me, it's a lot more cool.
Niall, you've written 2 songs with McFly, is that true or false? Is that for the album?
Yeah.
Okay. Harry, you've been writing a song with Codaline, is that true?
I did write a song with Codeline.
Is it on the album?
No, I think they're gonna use it, but I don't know.
Well, I hope you get credit.
You will get
I
credit.
hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, we go. And Zane, have you been working with Naughty Boy?
Yep.
Naughty?
He's not very well behaved.
You've been to his house?
He doesn't really have a house.
He
kind of lives in his studio. And
With his cat, Noughts?
Noise.
I don't think his cat's called Noise.
Oh.
His cat's called Bob.
That's it, Bob.
Yeah.
Getting confused.
Similar,
yeah.
you know.
But yeah, he's cool, man.
Okay. And is that on the album?
Some of the stuff
They've not
we're
been
doing,
decided
yeah,
tracks
we're
yet,
kind of,
so,
yeah,
I mean-
they're not finished yet either. They're just kind
And
of.
are you rapping?
I'm not rapping. I can
Don't know,
confirm that.
Although
I don't know where that
I will say that Zane can actually rap. True story.
Can you see yourself expanding to like a different fan base with this new album?
Hopefully, yeah. I think that's what
That's what we're trying to do with this one.
Open it up.
I think it's such a for a band like us. I think it's such a gradual process, you know, in trying to almost change people's mind and people's original opinion on you. So it's kind of like one step at a time. But obviously that is the idea, that we want everyone to enjoy our music, but realistically, that's not the case.
Fourth album now as well, like that's mad to even think about, like fourth album and an album every year as well. So for us in itself, that's an achievement. So like, we just hope people like it.
I think Story of My Life helped with that quite a bit. I think that changed a bit as well.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I don't know if you boys have noticed, but there's a lot more lads at our shows now.
Yeah.
I know, I especially noticed
out there just.
Yeah, just out there, and last night as well, I noticed a lot. Groups of lads going like with their mates, not just with their girlfriend.
I think something's changed where it's like, if you're a lad now, it's okay to like One Direction.
The thing is, it's not okay. Like, I've got a few mates whose mates like the band as well, but it's kind of like they won't really tell each other.
Like a guilty pleasure.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's like
Story of my life.
pleasure.
You know, if it comes on the radio, they might turn it up when they're on their own, but that's about it.
Right. Okay, here we go. How does being in 1D affect your family?
I think they just love it. No, they just lap it up. The whole,
I think a lot of our family was there at the Dublin show last night, and it's just they feel immensely proud, I think, and it's a really nice thing to feel and see, really. As
My mum just cries all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Harry's mum sent me a message today going, "Can you give my boy a hug?" I'm like, "Yeah, if you want."
I don't think she's texted me today.
Yeah?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, that's
Only when they do
sorry
that,
about
She texted Harry yesterday saying, have a good show tonight, don't slip.
Yeah.
And then I fell over instead.
Yeah, it went to the wrong member, I think.
You were the first band to break globally, really, through social media. Do you have a love-hate relationship with things like Facebook and Twitter?
In a way, yeah, because I mean sometimes they can be like they can be horrible places with the wrong people on there. But a lot of the time it's but you tend to notice the bad things sometimes, and that's the thing you have to like kind of waver out. You have to notice the good things, and how can we have like a hate relationship with social media when it's made us into this little monster, which is great.
Yeah. Have you ever regretted a tweet or been told to take one down?
Oh, I've been told to take many down. Yeah.
What about what?
Well,
I have a few rants sometimes on Twitter.
I've noticed your ones, they're quite deep.
Yeah, they are quite deep. Sometimes I go in hard. It's not good. But then I wake up the next morning, it's like, so
it's out there now.
News.
So you never delete them after?
No, because I think there's no point. What's the point? It just goes everywhere anyway.
It almost looks more embarrassing if you delete it.
Yeah, exactly.
What would you change about social media? Is there anything that you really don't like about it?
I don't know what you would like. I don't know how far you go.
Kind of is what it is.
Yeah, it's incredible. I think like when I was a kid, for example, because I'm so old now. Like if I thought about people who I watched on TV and listened to on the radio, thought about like having I would never imagine that you can have like a direct kind of line of contact with them. I think it's amazing that people can just say hi and then you can just reply and it's that kind of close. I think it's amazing what it is.
As a kid, if you had Twitter, who would you have liked to have received a tweet from?
I don't know if he's on Twitter, but like Mick Jagger or something. I don't know if he's got like old fingers on it.
I think the music's changed. More rocky, it's a bit more mature. I just think it's so much better than before. It's changing, but in a good way. In a good way. They're developing as artists. They're becoming older, more mature.
What advice would you give yourself looking back over the last 4 years?
Where do you start? I don't really think there's any written rule book for doing this. You just have to do it your own sort of way. And just...
For my old self, I'd probably say don't take it so seriously. Just have fun.
Yeah. At the start, we took it very serious. When we were on the X Factor, we took it very serious.
In what way?
We always wish we had a little bit more fun on it. We did have fun, but
we had loads of fun, but we were kind of just concentrating on
But if we hadn't taken it so serious
at that time,
would we have got this far?
I remember that. Can I be honest? It was hard work, wasn't it, back in the day, trying to have a bit of a laugh?
So it's more fun now?
Yeah, we can get away with more.
We definitely have a lot more fun.
What do you mean?
Well, before...
Bigger balls now.
Before, we were quite naive to it, so people used to kind of like like shout at us and stuff.
Yeah.
But now, like, we're at kind of this kind of stage. People don't really shout at us as much. We get talked to about things, but you can kind of get away with it a bit more.
What? So you feel like you can do whatever you want now?
Oh no, nothing like that.
No. To a certain extent, we just like to push our boundaries
we
a
like
little
to be able
bit.
to still be kids and have a laugh and have a uni stage, as it were.
Absolutely. Finally, is there anything in this interview that you want to set straight?
Oh, what a great question.
That's great.
That is
It's
a
a good
thinking of
question.
that one, isn't it? And
I feel like this is one where we'll say no and then we'll go away and 5 minutes down the road we'll
The thing
go,
is,
"Ah."
with some things, it's hard to set them straight because people believe them too much, and anything you say, they will take it and go, "Oh, management have told them to say that."
Can we message you about it later?
Awful.
It's not the same, Harry.
I know.
dig deep. Come on, there must be.
I don't know, you know.
Yeah, it's hard.
The thing that's important for us is we're trying to, change people's opinions. So I suppose that's kind of.
Yeah. And that's the one thing I will actually set straight is that everybody on Twitter who's like, "Oh, management have told them to say this," or "That's management on their Twitter," or "That's this," or "That's that." It's never that. Like, there are a few tweets that management do where they'll like do a promoted tweet for us or something, which they have to do, or we're away somewhere doing something they don't want to disturb us. Like, but other than that, it's 100% us. There's no lies. There's no secrets within the band or any BS like that. It's just 100% us.
Go on, Harry.
Not telling you. Thank you very much for having us,
Papa,
Scott
don't
Mills.
Peace out,
Radio One.
homeboys.
One Direction, thank you. And thank you for Radio 1's big
Thanks for
weekend
having
today.
us.
Thank you for
Thanks for
having
having
us.
us, guys.
Thank
Thanks
you
for having
so
us.
much.
They were really good. They were so good. They were so amazing. We almost cried.
Thank you for having us at Radio 1 Big Weekend. We had a wicked time.
We've had a great day at Radio 1's big weekend, and thanks for having us, and thanks to Radio 1 for having us as well, and hope everyone else has a good day at the show, and lots of love.